dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Little Jackie Paper loved that rascal Puff and brought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy stuff.
Good morning, everyone. Today's going to be a little bit different. We have with us the story of Puff the Magic Dragon in the Land of the Living Lies. It's never good to lie to the people that you care about. Our friend Puff is going to explain this through a video and with songs. Let's begin. Puff the Magic Dragon in the Land of the Living Lies.
Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu.
Lunchtime. Homework. My favorite. Arithmetic? Ketchup goes well with lower mathematics. A bite of geography with mustard. And I'll wash it down with some geometry juice. Don't you think it's odd that I, a dragon, should eat homework for lunch? Of course it's odd, for it never happened. It was a falsehood, a canard, a prevarication. Oh, why beat about the bush? It was a silly lie, told by a little girl named Sandy.
This dragon, he stole my homework, and he took it under a tree and ate it with ketchup and mustard. And that's why I don't have any to show you.
Sandy was unique, for she had an imagination as magical as my smoke rings. Fantastic stories and songs would bubble from her brain, bounce from her mouth, and delight the world about her. Then, one day, something in Sandy's life changed. From that point on, she told many foolish lies, all day long to everyone for any reason. She lied to her father on weekends.
Gee, Sandy, next Wednesday's a special day for you.
My birthday!
That's right, honey. And what do you want for your birthday? A bicycle? Or a microscope?
Nothing like that. Dad, I want to have you and Mom, both of you, take me to, Mount Everest, right to the top.
Huh?
They've got special snow there that'll cure my freckles.
You don't have any freckles.
Sure I do. They're invisible.
And at home, she sometimes lied to her mother.
Sandy, did you wash the dishes as you promised?
No, Mom. You see, this great scientist, he just announced that washing dishes makes the germs grow. And if you want to stay healthy, you ought to keep the dishes dirty.
And she also lied to her friends at school.
Strike 3. You're out.
Out? Haven't you heard? Congress just passed a law. You get 4 strikes now.
You're not only out, you're benched.
Oh, gee.
And soon Sandy had lost all of her friends, except for one.
And this famous impresario said he's going to make me the star of the Russian ballet. You believe me, don't you?
Mm-mm.
Anything I say?
Mm-mm.
Want to taste your ball?
Mm-mm.
I know Mom said we should only play outside, but she changed her mind. Fetch. Plastic lamp. It was Muggs. I tried to stop him, but he jumped around and knocked the lamp.
Oh, Muggs, I'm sorry, but you're just too big to keep in town. We'll have to give you back to Aunt Clara. And Sandy, you can see Muggs during the summer, honey.
You wait and see. I'm gonna call the Marines to get you back. You believe me, don't you?
Mm-mm.
You believe anything.
Sandy, the most confusing, confounding bundle of contradictions ever to need a magic dragon. To help her, I had to take her on a long magic journey. You'll see.
Hey!
I beg your pardon. Did you just see a dragon float by in a balloon?
Sure, you.
Ah, what a relief. For a moment, I thought you were imagining me.
Who are you?
Don't you remember me? I ate your homework.
But that was just a story. I made you up.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just one of my fibs, I can make you go away. Go away.
Am I still here?
Uh-huh.
Well, then I suppose I'm not just one of your fibs.
I gotta go.
Why?
I've gotten, an important appointment with the Queen of France.
You have? Well, you've got all the time in the world for appointments.
How do you know?
My magic timepiece. I've stopped the clock twixt the tick and the tock. We can go anywhere, do anything. And when we return, not 1 second will be lost.
Go away.
No way.
I'm warning you. You better run for it because there's this big earthquake coming and the ground will just swallow us up.
If you say so.
What's that?
Your earthquake, I assume.
Beyond the rainbow's time and space, our friends are falling through to a tunnel in a land beyond the clouds of pink and blue.
Where are we?
A long way from your house, I'm sure.
I don't want to go back there anyway.
Why not?
'Cause my house is broken in 2 pieces. All the pipes are squirting and the wires are going fizz.
Good gracious. Fizz, you say?
Puff, I wish I knew where we were.
I believe that this rather dismal archipelago is the land of the living lies.
The land of the living lies. Where lives do go when ye world finds them out. Sounds great. Where you don't have to tell the truth and the folks really appreciate a good lie. Look, a little boy.
Wolf! Wolf! A wolf! Beware the wolf! Wolf!
What's wrong with him?
Wolf!
Can't he see you're a dragon?
Wolf!
Must be the boy who cried wolf. All the famous liars live here. And just look who's waiting to welcome us to the land of the living lies. Baron Munchausen himself, the world's greatest liar.
Welcome, fellow liar.
Seems like a wonderful place, sir.
How dare you call it wonderful?
What's wrong with wonderful?
It's an insult. In this land, everyone lies. If you say it's wonderful, you must believe it's terrible.
It is. It's a terrible place. It's awful. Yuck.
Oh, that's better. Enjoy your stay here. Feel free to wander hither and yon. The climate is beautiful. It never rains here.
I want to get out of here.
Oh, why don't you ask the Baron's permission and see what happens?
He's the kind you have to trick. Leave everything to me. Baron Munchausen. See, I'm this great brain surgeon, and this king is very sick, and I'm the only one who can put the Band-Aid on his brain. So I have to leave, okay?
Oh, you may leave anytime you wish.
Really? You mean that? Now?
Now is not any time. Now is a specific time. Find a time that is not specific, and you may be on your way.
Oh, Puff.
You've met the master.
Those were mean lies. He's awful.
True. But you tried to trick him first.
Oh. Puff, look.
That is the famous purple cow that no one has ever seen.
And the pink elephant?
That some see too often.
Who's that?
Kilroy, who always was there and never was anywhere.
And that magician's rabbit?
Who seems to, but never does, live in a hat.
Puff, Those are silly lies.
No, those are fanciful lies. And harmless fantasies, okay? And fun. I mean, I'm part fantasy.
You mean that part is okay?
Uh-huh.
Aw, Puff, how can you tell the difference between a real lie and a fantasy kind of one?
Well, a fanciful lie is hard to explain. It starts in your heart and bubbles your brain. It wiggles your ears and away it goes. Then it comes right back and tickles your toes. It makes you feel kind of song and dancy. It's more than a lie. It's a wonderful fancy. When a dragon becomes a birthday cake and a little girl a tree. When the sky becomes a parachute and the earth's a cup of tea. When the upside down is really, really up and you've set the flowers free, then it's part of all the wonderment of what the world can be.
When an ice cream bar is a monument
And a glass holds all the sea.
when the snowflake becomes a jungle gym
And the moon's a tiny bee. When the inside out is really, really in and the unicorn set free,
then it's part of all the wonderment of what the world can be.
we can see the world as it really is, or build a fantasy. We can dream a dream through a puff of smoke, and someday it might be. When a giant becomes a jelly bean,
And a sword turns into a snail,
when a church mouse becomes a chimpanzee,
and a puddle turns into a pail.
when the tippy top is at the bottom of it all, and the kites are all set free, then it's part of all the wonderment of what the world can be. Oh, it's part of all the wonderment of what the world can be. Please don't eat the flowers. Please don't pick the apples.
I don't see any apples or flowers.
I'm a flower. I'm a pretty petunia.
It's very confusing.
Oh, yes, it's just terrible. Take me away from here. Pick me, please.
Aw, poor little thing. We'll take care of you.
Thief! Oh, she's picking the apples.
But you're...
She's an apple. We petunias know apples from pumpkins.
That's the silliest thing I ever heard.
You're eating me. You're eating the flowers.
But I was just talking.
Help, police!
Police! Police!
Aha! Picking apples, eating flowers, eh?
But, officer,
You can't do that.
I didn't.
You're under arrest.
You're just a little wooden boy, a marionette.
Nonsense. I'm a police officer.
Puff, he's...
Pinocchio. Where else would he live?
This way.
Send her to the caverns.
To the caverns.
Oh, Puff, we're just getting in deeper and deeper. This looks like a courtroom.
I guess you're on trial. And here comes the jury.
All liars.
Oh, yes. First comes the social lie.
I'd love to come to your birthday party, but I have a bad cold. Ka-choo!
Then the tall tale.
We grow melons so big. How big are they? Well, we can use the shells for swimming pools.
Oops, who is this?
Bubblegum cures warts.
The meaningless lie. Next, the vicious lie.
Tommy wears T-shirts with torn tails. Pass it on. Ha ha ha.
Puff, I'm really scared.
Here comes the judge. The monstrous lie.
Raise your left hand.
Who's he?
The bailiff. Barefaced lie.
You promise not to tell the truth, the half-truth, and everything but the truth?
Little girl, isn't it true you zip the zapper when you snip the snoo?
I can't understand him.
Because he's the prosecuting attorney. A genuine flim-flam.
And furthermore, you frightened the flip by frying the frisbee. And therefore I put the case that all the while the fluster flittered, your velocipede matriculated. Didn't you?
I don't know.
She admits it.
Guilty,
guilty, guilty, guilty, Sandy, guilty, Sandy.
No, go away. I didn't do it. He did it. He confessed. He's the one who's guilty. He did it.
Oh, Sandy, you can't mean that.
You did. You know you did.
Guilty dragon, guilty dragon, guilty dragon, guilty dragon, guilty dragon, guilty dragon.
A dragon's magic lasts as long as children's love is there. Puff's dragon eyes are filled with tears. Oh, Sandy, show us you still care.
They said I could see you one last time.
Well, here I am.
You wait and see. I'm gonna call the Marines and set you free. Do your magic and get us out of here. The way you did before with the earthquake and all.
I can't. My magic is gone until you tell the whole truth.
Puff, I'm sorry, and that's the truth.
You live here now?
I don't want to leave. I want to go home.
Really?
Yeah, but I can't. I told you about my house.
Oh, yes, it's all broken with squirting water pipes.
It's not broken that way. Why are they growling?
That was an important truth. They don't like it at all.
Important?
Finish what you started to tell me, please. How is your house broken?
I can't. Not now. Some other time.
Sandy, if you don't tell the truth now, this is the last time I'll ever be able to see you.
Well...
How is it broken, child?
It's my folks. Mom lives in one place and Dad another.
Stop her.
Is it because of what happened to your mom and Dad that you're telling these lies?
Yeah. Lies are better than the truth when the truth is, it was all my fault.
Little girl, you can't really believe that.
It's true. I thought about it a lot. I thought, and finally I figured it out. I caused it to happen. Why aren't they happy again?
Because you just told a whopper.
I didn't lie to you.
Not to me, dear. To yourself. You told the worst kind of a lie there is, maybe. The lie of self-deception. If you believe that, you'll be here forever.
But I did it. My folks, they're all smashed up.
They're not smashed. Broken people can't show love.
Love?
They still love you, don't they?
And they couldn't love me if they were broken, and they wouldn't if I was the one who broke them. But they do, and that's the truth.
And what else is the truth?
The truth is, it wasn't my fault at all. And I feel so good now.
Atta girl.
Just say the words that you've got to say, and the walls come a-tumbling down. Just realize that you're really okay, and the walls come a-tumbling down. You don't have to try to fool the world anymore, and the walls come a-tumbling down.
Puff, now I know what we came here for.
And the walls come a-tumbling down.
interfere.
And the walls come a-tumbling down. You don't scare me 'cause I don't belong here.
And the walls come a-tumbling down.
Sing out the truth, say what is real, and the walls come a-tumbling down. Now we know how good that freedom feels, and the walls come a-tumbling down.
Dribble sharp, yark
And the walls come a-tumbling down. Gribble yourself, we're leaving here. And the walls come a-tumbling down.
Take off your mask,
Be who you are.
and the walls come a-tumbling down. Dream your dream and wish on your star.
And the walls come a-tumbling down.
Another earthquake.
Nope, a truthquake.
Wait a minute. Let me... It works again. Jump.
Puff, what happened to the land of the living wise?
The truth set us free. Ta-ta-da-dum-bum. Boom, boom. And now I must start time a-cranking again, and you have got to get home.
Will you be there when time starts up again?
No, Sandy. But you can think me up or write me down. And I certainly hope you do. There's no need to waste that wonderful imagination of yours on a lot of silly lies.
Thank you, Puff. Puff, I'm gonna miss you.
Well, there'll be other friends to take my place. And now, to start, alas, the magic clock, and move once more from tick to tock.
Muggs, you came home. Puff made it happen. Mom, I told a lie. Muggs didn't break the lamp, I did. And that's the truth.
Thank you, Sandy.
I'll get it. Dad!
Happy birthday, Sandy.
A microscope. That is what I really wanted. Come on, Muggs. Let's go do those dishes. Once upon a time, there was a magic dragon, and he just loved to eat homework.
Arithmetic? Ketchup goes well with lower mathematics. That book she's writing is sure to be a classic.
When a dragon becomes a birthday cake and a little girl a tree. When the sky becomes a parachute and the earth a cup of tea. When the upside down is really, really up and you set the flowers free, then it's part of all the wonderment of what the world can be.
When an ice cream bar is a monument
And a glass holds all the sea.
when the snowflake becomes a jungle gym
And the moon's a tiny bee. When the inside out is really, really in and the unicorn set free,
then it's part of all the wonderment of what the world can be.
we can see the world as it really is, or build a fantasy. We can dream a dream through a puff of smoke, and someday it might be. When a giant becomes a jelly bean,
And a sword turns into a snail,
when a church mouse becomes a chimpanzee,
and a puddle turns into a pail.
when the tippy top is at the bottom of it all, and the kites are all set free, then it's part of of all the wonderments of what the world can be. Oh, it's part of all the wonderments of what the world can be. Just say the words that you've got to say, and the walls come a-tumbling down. Just realize that you're really okay, and the walls come a-tumbling down. You don't have to try to fool the world anymore, and the walls come a-tumbling down.
Puff, now I know what we came here for.
And the walls
come a-tumbling down.
Sing out the truth, say what is real, and the walls come a-tumbling down. Now I know how good that freedom feels, and the walls come a-tumbling down.
Just look at those lies that built that wall, and the walls come a-tumbling down.
Just yell out the truth, and they're bound to fall,
And the walls come a-tumbling down.
Lies are good. You have nothing to fear.
And the walls come a-tumbling down. You don't scare me 'cause I don't belong here. And the walls come a-tumbling down.
Sing out the truth, say what is real, and the walls come a-tumbling down. Now we know how good that freedom feels, and the walls come a-tumbling down.
Rebel sharp, young
And the
scream.
walls come a-tumbling down. Gribble yourself, we're leaving here. And the walls come a-tumbling down.
Take off your mask,
Be who you are.
and the walls come a-tumbling down. Dream your dream and wish on a star.
And the walls come a-tumbling down.
Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Little Jackie Paper loved that rascal Puff and brought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy stuff. Oh, Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Together they would travel on a boat with billowed sail. Jackie kept a lookout perched on Puff's gigantic tail. Noble kings and princes would bow whenever they came. Pirate ships would lower their flags when Puff roared out his name. Oh, Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. A dragon lives forever, but not so little boys. Painted wings and giant rings make way for other toys. One gray night it happened, Jackie Paper came no more, and Puff that mighty dragon, he ceased his fearless roar. His head was bent in sorrow, green scales fell like rain. Puff no longer went to play along the cherry lane without his lifelong friend. Puff could not be brave, so Puff that mighty dragon sadly slipped into his cave. Oh, Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff the magic dragon
frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called home.